Like most industries, fundraising is getting more complicated and technology-driven. At Fundraising Tech Made Simple, we examine and explain the latest innovations, help you discern the trends from the fads, uncover the risks, and give you the knowledge you need to make the most of technology in your charity. I'm Mike French. Welcome to Fundraising Tech Made Simple.
In this video we're going to explore one of the most exciting features of Mailman in 2016, and that is the field values option in contact selections. To date, if you want to do selections using the contact selections in Mailman, you're limited to the type of fields that we give you options to access in the various selections tabs. So for example, you can do postcode ranges and state and suburb and town and so forth, but there are a range of other options that you might want to have access to. For example, if for some reason you wanted to wanted to select people who had a certain last name or something like that, there's no way to do that using contact selections without SQL changes. But now there is. So the first thing we want to do with using the field values option is we need to select a particular view, and the field values tab will then give you the ability to perform a selection on any of the fields within the view you select. So as you know, in contact selections now with selections views, you can have a developer create a range of additional fields for particular purposes. So if it's a champion event like this one, we're going to have fields like champion raised and champion goal. If it's a lottery view, then you might have details about the number of tickets they purchased and whether they are a regular buyer or not. If it's a membership view, you might have details about when they joined, what class of membership they have, when their renewal is due, etc. So the first thing is to have somebody set up the appropriate view for you. But this is now how you can then use the additional fields in those views to perform selections. So I want to send an email out to participants in this event who meet two criteria. They must have set a fundraising target of at least $100, and they must have passed that target. So this is how we do it. We select the field values tab, and the first parameter we want to set is that they must have set a goal of more than $100. So that means we select the champion goal field, and we have a range of comparisons. So as you can see, is equal to, less than, greater than, and so forth. Now these vary depending on the data type of the field. So if you selected, this is a numeric field, if you selected a date field or a character field, you would have different options here, including things like is one of and things like that. Refer to the documentation on this new feature to get a full range of capabilities. So we want to say is greater than or equal to, and then we can specify either a value or a field. In this case we want to set a value of $100, and all of these options use the AND operator to combine. The champion raised is greater than or equal to, and this time we're going to use a field selector, champion goal. So what we're saying here is the champion goal is greater than or equal to $100, and the amount they raised is greater than or equal to the champion goal. And that will produce the contact selection results that we're looking for. So as you can see, it's a very powerful feature. You can do different things. For example, if you wanted to do marketing to participants who had raised twice their goal, for example, you can do this by having somebody change the contact selections view so that there's an additional column called double goal or something like that. So it's quite simple when setting up these views to specify different operators and different combinations, so you can produce averages and things like that and perform calculations in the creation of the contact selections view. And then as an operator you can use that information and any of the fields in that output view to perform operations like this. Other than that, everything operates the way it normally does. You can do your counts and your previews. So we can hit our preview button here, go and find our columns here. So here we are. Everybody here has a goal of at least $100 and they have exceeded that goal. All we need to do now is on the output tab select email in this case, because we're going to email these people, and select the various other parameters and execute the selection. So as I said, it's a really powerful new feature. We're really excited by the feedback we're getting on it already. I hope you take the time to have a look at it, experiment with it, and work it into your own campaign structures. Please send us any feedback with regarding both features like this and also anything else you'd like to see in the product. Thanks.